Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, there is a lot going on. If you enjoy these daily crypto videos though, make sure you press the like button just to help out a little bit. It helps the channel, as I've told you guys, right? So why not? And of course, if you want to be notified every time something like this happens, make sure you put that notification bell on. Now, 176 million XRP was just transferred from an unknown wallet to an unknown wallet. You guys know, whenever this type of stuff happens, there's two interesting things. One is the amount of criticism in the comment section. Really often do many people say, sorry, it was me, that's just a joke, but mostly people saying, okay, that's probably somebody dumping, or dump it, it's stupid, or dump it, it's a scam, or dump it, it's centralized. It's kind of funny to see. Whenever these huge transfers happen, when the price is going up, you see none of that. Everybody is happy with XRP, everybody's positive, because they know once XRP goes parabolic, or actually once XRP rises, it goes parabolic. That's usually how it goes, so people are all happy. But only when the price goes down is all of a sudden the entire crypto community is firmly against XRP. And I sincerely hope that if they get the proper clarity, nobody can finally stop talking all that BS, all that stupid stuff. I sincerely hope that eventually that little issue is going to be fixed. But now, I decided to kind of do a little bit of tracking. I tried my best, and the good part is we kind of have two conclusions. The bad part is we don't know exactly where it came from. Now, so if you kind of look at the from or to, you'll notice they're actually really unknown. Very often it is categorized as unknown, but you'll be able to figure it out. For right now, I really did a little bit of digging, but it's nearly impossible. However, there's one thing which I kind of fetched, and that is that it has connections to BitFavo altogether, which leads me to two conclusions. One, this person is Dutch because BitFavo is really a well-known Dutch exchange, or it's BitFavo itself, or the third one might be is that it's just a whale from somewhere around the world trying to make sure the money is a little bit more secret in a certain sense. Because the way that this money is moving around, it makes you kind of wonder with all these transfers, all these transactions in grand masses and huge ones of them, right? So it's either BitFavo itself, or it's a whale trying to move some money around in a sketchy way, or again, last one is it's a Dutch person or a person who randomly made an account on BitFavo, which I don't think many people outside of the Netherlands actually use. Then again, this is activated by BITRUE. A little bit confused about that one. Not exactly sure how that's supposed to work. Wait, BITRUE activated a bit is BitFavo owned by BITRUE, or maybe this means that BitFavo is just what BITRUE. No, that would be a little bit odd. Not exactly sure how that's supposed to fit in or work. Maybe there's a little bit of a discrepancy there with the naming. That could definitely be the case, but you guys get the idea, right? There's quite a lot of options there, and it's really hard to say. You can see there's no flare claim, though, on all of these, where in the BITRUE one here, there is a flare claim. Interesting. Well, as I just told you guys about the SEC, I firmly hope that once the SEC kind of either gives up because they have nothing, or Ripple just wins because that's the normal thing that's kind of going to go and happen, I personally think, that eventually people will just treat Ripple in a fair way. Because one of the things people actually forget is what John Dean writes here. When Clayton's SEC pursued companies that issued ICOs like Telegram, Kik, and funny enough, even Tezos and EOS, etc., the SEC left Ripple and XRP alone. And why did they do that, you think? Well, why? Because Ripple never held an ICO. They did what Gensler says is the opposite of an ICO. They sold equity to venture capital. The case against Ripple was used as a weapon towards crypto. And that's a reply to Sean, who said, "This is how you know the whole drama is just smoke and mirrors. By the way, just hearing Jay Clayton's voice makes me want to throat kick someone." That's kind of severe. And that's a reply to Mr. Decrypto, who said, "Hey SEC, remind us why Ripple is being sued again. This should be criminal." It's a little video of 1.5 minutes that I'll quickly retweet for you guys so you can see it for yourself. I do not want to risk showing you guys this video right here, so just check it for yourself, right? I retweeted it now so you can go and check it out over on my Twitter, which, by the way, is TheDustyBC. Now, what John Dean's most important point is, however, in my opinion, is that in 2017 there were quite a lot of lawsuits, and there was actually a SEC rulebook mostly for ICOs. I kind of wonder why they never made a rulebook for general cryptos and why, again, in that time they never sued Ripple. It's because they couldn't. ICOs are so severely different in how they are regulated, and that's one of the fun parts of the SEC's recent argument. One of the things they said was that Ripple is saying that the Howey test doesn't work in the same way as all the previous SEC cases, while half of the SEC cases were against ICOs and the other half were, again, against things that really don't resemble Ripple at all. Ripple has a really good point. This lawsuit against them is unprecedented territory. No lawsuit has ever been in the same fashion, specifically also in my opinion, because they decided to sue the founder, or one of the co-founders, and the CEO as well. I haven't really seen them do that before, so it's really interesting. Then Shaw said, or Seal, sorry John, I should have also included a disclaimer denouncing any violence in my rhetoric, just for any SEC member watching. Johnny was like, I was going to like your tweet, but then I figured I would be accused of inciting violence. That's a little bit of a pun inside. Why? Because the SEC is actually kind of calling John Deaton a caller of all of this, of like a lot of negativity and trying to, just bring up some negativity towards the SEC. That's kind of what they've been saying. Now, on the same note, let me quickly see what I put up here. I got 2 little tweets left. The SEC does not feel like the protectors they ought to be. Really important point here. We've talked about the SEC for a good while now, so hopefully you guys all know, but their core mission should be to protect U.S. investors, and I don't really feel being protected by them, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't feel that way, and XRP Trends put up, it's clear that the SEC does not have sufficient evidence to their own lawsuit claims after 2+ years of investigating Ripple. So right now, they have known about Ripple for about 7 years or so at least. I mean, at least since 2015, they've really known about them because of the whole properly regulating thing. But they've been investigating now for 3-ish years. You would think that they would have a grip by now, but no, they don't. And the last part, don't think about that, except for the fact that XRP getting relisted on exchanges is still far away. We've talked about that now. There needs to be a no action letter from the SEC, which is not going to come. And no action letter is just they admit that they're not going to pursue any action against exchanges where they relist it, but that's not going to come, as I just said. Or exchanges have to, just grab themselves by the nuts and just be like, screw it, which they're not going to do either because that could mean the loss of their business if things were to go wrong. On the same note, talking about exchanges have shit customer service. It is bad, bad, bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. And, well, there's a lot of people who lost their money that way. Just want to bring up a little bit more attention for all of that exchanges need to fix their stuff. And I personally believe that Binance is actually one of the only exchanges who's ever let go of a statement saying, hey, we are bad at customer service, but we're working on it. Somebody like to put up some criticism saying, well, they're still bad. And I would like to say they are, but at least they're showing that they're trying something. And I mean, most exchanges, they just don't say anything about it and are just bad. But no, I've never had any good experience with customer service from exchanges unless I can work with them. If I can work with them, I can usually fix something for you guys and we can get the tickets looked at. Like I've done a couple of times now in the past. I really often get requests from people saying, Dusty, can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. I can't, most likely, because I don't work with many exchanges, all right? So only if I have a direct connection to one person inside, I can send those tickets through. Otherwise, I have nothing in terms of leverage or power. Even BITRUE now. I've been working on one of my tickets for months because they have I don't know if they have no people or what exactly the problem is. I use BITRUE almost every single day. I love the exchange. I love the functionality. I love almost anything. But the customer support is so damn bad, and I really despise them for it. I also sometimes think, are they freaking dumb in the brain? Why would you? I'm not trying to, call myself special or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just thinking from a marketing perspective. Why, if there's one guy, I'm just taking my head because they're freaking dumb. One guy on YouTube with, in this case, how many? Maybe 120,000 subscribers, right? Why would you not ever either reach out or just be like, hey, we're noticing you talk about BITRUE very freaking often. Let's see what we can either work out or how can make your experience more better or anything like that. I've bashed them so many times now on this YouTube channel and on Twitter. They do nothing about it. They never do anything. They never reply or anything like that. I reached out to them so often. I'm like, why would you take all this bad mouthing to your name instead of doing something against it? And that's pretty funny because most other exchanges actually do reach out and say, hey, how can we help you? What's going on? Can you, oh, sorry, we didn't notice, blah, blah, blah. Like that, like quickly. Except for Nexo and BITRUE. So those ones are on my blacklist for, for smartness in that option. Because again, I'm just using it as a normal person, right? I just use the exchange. I have an issue. I contact the support. I don't go through Twitter saying, hey, please help me or anything like that. I just use the normal support feature, the little contact. And they never reply. It takes 5-6 months for them to come up with their little ticket. It's the dumbest stuff. And even if I try it through my normal measures here, the YouTube measures or something like that, they don't give a crap. I'm not sure what exactly their morals are or where exactly they want to go with that. It's just not good business in my opinion. But yeah, that's just me. I guess they're just really fool because they just don't care. My personal goal in the bull market, this is coming from Crypto Bull 2020, compete with others. Sorry guys, actually I said before, I'm a dumbass. My personal goal in this bull market is not to compete with others. Listen to the wins and losses of others. Make more money than you. My goal, simply, is to make enough money to provide a better life for my family. That's success to me. And I really love this tweet because it's one of the only things that Crypto Bull has put up here that's kind of useful or something to think about. It's like, if you are busy in your head following gains, or trying to chase losses with a win, you're going to make your head go crazy. If you're out there trying to go for every meme coin, trying to get richer than all the, trying to scam other people to get something out of it, in the end, you're going to feel kind of empty. Why? You'll see if it ever happens to you. If you don't understand it by now, you'll see. It is really, in my opinion, about finding the happiness in all of this. And that's sometimes why I say holding might be better than actually trading, because you get peace of mind. And that's something which you cannot really price with or can price easily. It's something to really think about. But again, that's just my opinion, man. Think about peace and quietness in the crypto space as well. Don't let stress get to your head, man. It's a heavy game, but we're all in it all together, guys. And eventually, everybody who's holding crypto, in my opinion, who's holding some solid-ass coins will get there, right? And if you don't have enough into your crypto, all right, learn how to trade, learn how to do some stuff, and endure the stress. But make sure you don't let it get to your head. Come on. Your health is worth more than all this money that you can think about. Think about it from this perspective, right? I like to put this up to all my younger peers sometimes. It is, don't you think, or do you think, that Warren Buffett would let go of 90% of his fortune if he could get some extra health, or some better health, or for example, some extra life? And it's really funny to me how my pops always used to say this to me, actually still now. You can never spend too much on good food, on healthy food, basically. All right? I mean, you can spend too much if you're overpaying and like crazy for something, but you can never spend too much on healthy food or being healthy, so to speak. And I used to always say, oh, you definitely can, because if you're spending all your money, you're never going to get rich. But it took me some time to actually think about that, where it's like, well, yeah, what is all that money if you're really sick? And I always used to not really give too much attention to it, but now once you get older, you're like, well, oh yeah, I mean, there's some good legitimacy to that, man. It's not worth that much if you really can't enjoy any of it, or you can't help any other else because you don't want. It's something to think about, guys. Think about it. And then Cardano, first ever Pluto smart contract goes live on Alonzo testnet. Just a quick little mention. I didn't know where else to fit it in, but Cardano is still one of my best projects out there. I really, really love it still, and they've made another step forward. Huge step for Cardano, or for mankind, whatever you want to call it there. So yeah, I wanted to quickly share that. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hopefully you didn't hate my rambling too much. I know some of you guys really despise it, but I sometimes have things I want to really share, and I'm not exactly sure where to otherwise do it. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another one later today.